All right, what is going on, Ranger fans and hockey fans? Welcome to another edition of 407 Rangers. It is your host, Raymond Tapia. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. Turn on your notifications when I'm about to go live, upload a post or a stream or highlights. You already know the procedure. If you're on the live chat, I will be reacting to your comments tonight, so you feel free to chat and say how you feel about the game or so forth. So let's go ahead and get straight to it because as you guys can see, the issues are just never ending for the New York Rangers. And let's just be glad that even though they lost, at least they gained 1 point. And once again, bottom six players are outperforming the top line players. Mika Zibanejad costed us the game with fanning that shot and pretty much giving a pizza on top of that because right after the shot was fanned, they pretty much passed the puck down, and Austin Matthews had the opportunity to score himself the game winning goal. And ironically, it's like the same story with this team. Every time they go to Toronto, they always end up in overtime. It's the same story, and I don't know when it's gonna change. And unfortunately, the Rangers didn't look bad, so it wasn't like they were just absolutely horrible or any of that. It's like they actually tried to shoot the puck in the net. Now, the problem is they can't drive in the net like they want to. They're going to have to start learning how to start seeing passing the puck way better because clearly every time they get a shot opportunity, it's just not working. The fact that Anthony Stolarz almost gave them that would have been the if Anthony Stolarz had not allowed that goal from Uso Parssinen, the Rangers would have been in a situation where a historic franchise moment have happened where they allowed four different goalies to give them shutouts if that had happened tonight. And it almost happened because Anthony Stolarz had himself a spectacular night. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like to me the Rangers are just somehow bringing the absolute best out of these goalies this season. That is what I'm starting to notice. I'm like, how are you bringing the best out of these guys? And Anthony Stolarz isn't a bad goalie. I'm not going to take that away from Stolarz. He is a really good goaltender for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So it's not like he's some Stuart Skinner kind of guy. That one still bothers me till this day. The fact that they let Stuart fucking Skinner get a shutout. It still boggles me. Now for the Maple Leafs, they had, as you know, Austin Matthews has scored himself the game-winning goal, and Matthew Nice was pretty much the guy that started off the momentum for the Maple Leafs, scoring the goal on the power play, which was ridiculous because I'm on a group chat with a lot of Ranger fans on Twitter, and I literally said on this game because one of them happened to be a Maple Leafs fan too in the group chat, and we were saying like we're gonna lose, you guys are gonna beat us, and they're like, no, we suck, da da da, and I'm like, no, you guys are going to actually get a power play goal even with them ranking 32nd in the power play. And ta-da, what happens? Matthew Knight scores a power play goal, yet the Maple Leafs are ranked on the bottom last of the list of power plays, and even they scored a goal on the Rangers. That's how concerning this team should be for anybody who's rooting for the Rangers right now. They just allowed a team that is dead last on power play goals score a power play goal tonight. What more does that tell you? Now, the interesting thing is they do look better than what they did last year. That is the most mind-boggling thing about all of this. They somehow got better on the forecheck. They somehow got better on the defense. They actually are a physical team. They still hit check people like they're supposed to. But for some odd reason, when it comes to them going to the blue zone on the offense, it's like invisible for them. It's impossible for them to create anything. And they're gonna have to start figuring out how to start creating better shots. Like if the first thing is they need to stop trying to shoot the puck when there's like three, four players in front of them, in front of their goal, trying to protect the net. Because if you notice, every time the Rangers shoot the puck, how many guys are in front of the net? And ironically, it does not go into the net. Now there are chances where they have like the rush and things like that, and they have their opportunities on their breakaways to score the puck in the goal, but the goalie somehow stops that too. So that's another thing they need to work on. Like they need to figure out how can they score on the breakaways. because the breakaway is definitely a huge problem for the New York Rangers. It's like impossible for them to get a breakaway goal now. So I truly don't know when it's going to shift. Let's just hope it shifts when they play the Canadians on Saturday. But I am concerned, yes. Like, guys, I am close to bringing this bad boy back. Remember this bad boy from last season? Yeah, he's close to coming back, man, because it's getting to that point for this team. And the first goal they scored tonight was the first goal they scored after like 8 periods. Eight. It took this team 8 fucking periods to score a goal. That is absurd. So, from what I'm seeing with this team, it's going to be like this all season if nothing changes. You're going to see a team that is defensively good but has no scoring depth and they have no scoring options. Like there's not too many guys that can snipe the puck obviously with how they've been going about it. And we still didn't even get to Artemi Panarin because once again Artemi Panarin says checked out, giving out Dunkin' Donuts. Like a lot of the teams had donuts tonight. The only person that had an assist was Braden Schneider, and of course the Parson and goal. Other than that, then Rangers was out for donuts tonight again. And the saddest thing about all of this too is Igor Shesterkin is not even the problem. Igor is actually having a spectacular start of the season. The man is like damn near putting up Vezina Trophy numbers. And that's going to be mind boggling if Igor gets the Vezina Trophy and this team is still mid. That is like, that's where we're at right now. It seems like Igor is going to be the one carrying this team. And they're going to only be scoring 1 or 2 goals. Now, what do the Rangers need to do? If this team can't start scoring goals, they're going to have to start figuring out what type of shooters they can go get because the puck shooting is already it's a mirage right now for the Rangers. A mirage. It's like a miracle if we see them score a goal. Now, they can score the goal and win the game all they want in Montreal, but you know what? You want to impress me? Let's see what you do on Monday when the Minnesota Wild are in New York City and you're in the Garden. Because at this point, for the Madison Square Garden, you don't just owe that the fans a win. You owe them a goal horn because this is going to be your fourth home game, and if you have not scored a goal horn in your fourth home game, that's going to be just diabolical work, and it's going to be a long season if this team still hasn't provided the fucking Madison Square Garden a goal horn. It's just crazy. What's even more diabolical is the New York Islanders managed to score on the UBS Arena against the Oilers. And you know what's even more worse? That team actually beat the Oilers, but we couldn't. We lost to the Oilers by 1 fucking goal in the empty netter, and the Islanders did the complete opposite. And Lafreniere, man, I get it. It's still too soon, even though he has an assist and a goal for the season. I still need to see more from him because I don't know, man. He still needs to step his game up. He needs to step his game up. I do like how he forechecks and chases for the puck, but I still want to see him start shooting the puck better. Like he needs to shoot the puck more. That's what I need to see from Lafreniere. As far as everyone else, the younger guys, I have no problem with how the younger guys been playing. Edstrom's been okay, Rempe too. And that's the craziest part. We're in a situation now where we have to rely on Matt Rempe to give us something. Like, and that's crazy. How the hell do you have to have Matt Rempe being relied on to give you something? And what is Taylor Radish doing in this team? Why do we have Taylor Radish playing for this team? That guy is he's just there. He's another one of those just there as players, man. Like, I don't know. If you ask me, this roster, half of them just ain't cut for the system Mike Sullivan's trying to put out because the system, it makes sense for the Rangers. The problem is they don't have enough of the players for the system to work. And that's where we're at right now with this team. There's not enough players that can adjust and buy into what Mike Sullivan is selling. The only ones there are like the bottom six players and the younger guys. That's about it. Now, if you ask me, how do I feel about the Rangers at this point? If the top line guys aren't going to be able to score, just call Perrault and Brett Berard up. Just get them up from the Wolf Pack. Try to like do something with the freaking claim someone off, wave somebody something, because if this is what's going to happen, we're not going to make the playoffs. And I can assure you, like, they're going to try to cover this up as in, like, the top line guys and the old vets aren't the issue. But don't say I didn't tell you so, guys. Don't say I did not tell you so. But as always, I'll leave you guys with my final thought because it's been a long night. Don't even get me started with the New York Yankees and their press conference because New York City, you know what? I feel for you guys. I feel for anybody that's rooting for any New York team. We are just becoming an absolute disaster of a joke. You know, we used to mean something. I grew up in an era where New York sports used to really actually fucking matter. And every New York team was actually winning. When I was growing up, the Rangers were winning, the Yankees were winning. Hell, the Knicks almost had a chance to win. They went to the finals twice when I was growing up watching New York sports. And of course, the Giants won their Super Bowls when I was growing up and as an adult. So it's like we used to mean something, but I don't know what New York sports mean anymore. That's where I'm at with how I feel about trying to root for New York sports. And I don't know when it's gonna change. I don't. I hope it does, cause we're overdue for drastic changes for this city. New York City is old for much better situations for New York sports. Because right now, it don't matter who or what they build, we just can't get anything. So, New York City, I hope things get better for any New York team at this point because I just don't know when it's going to end. It's like never ending. And at some point, I just want it to end. I just want every New York sports fan to stop feeling miserable. Like, we just want to stop the misery already. But as always, y'all, thank y'all for watching. We're almost at 150 subscribers. We're one subscriber away. And your support is still greatly appreciated no matter how much of a slump this team is in. No matter how bad it gets. You guys know I'm always here, no matter what. And we're going to keep going. But as always, y'all, have a wonderful night. Let's hope New York sports get better for the good. And thank y'all for watching. Let's have a better weekend when they play the Habs. And let's go Rangers.